Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Thursday afternoon just before Friday, Monday morning podcast, and I'm just checking in on you. Sorry, I'm losing my voice as always as I continue my way through. The first leg of the tour is over. I did Dublin, Belfast, and Galway, Ireland, and I could not have had a better time. Caught a little bit of a cold, but, that's what happens when you go out, you have a couple of pops or whatever, and you didn't dress properly because you thought, August and July over here was going to be fucking warm as shit like it is where I live. It isn't. Rains a lot. It's kind of cold, and I was run down, so I got a little bit of a cold, but I'm all right. But I don't think I had done Belfast by Monday. I don't think I did. Maybe I was just going up there. I can't remember, but I got to tell you about Belfast. Fucking amazing, right? I go up there, and I was playing. I wasn't aware of it. The place I was playing was Ulster Hall, which is that's the first place. Led Zeppelin played it, and that's the first place they ever played Stairway to Heaven live. So I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So, of course, I Googled that, and there's some bootleg audio of it. And the band actually said the song didn't go over that well. Sounded like they liked it enough, although the person recording it was kind of talking during some of it. And I found some pictures from when they did the gig there, and there he is, John Bonham, sitting right on the fucking stage. And then, of course, I had to look up AC/DC, and 1979 they played there with Bon Scott. And a lot of these places you play, by the time, I come around to them, it's literally 30, 40 years after these people that I love played them, so they usually redid the place, and it doesn't look the same. Ulster Hall, they had not redone the stage. So I literally, when I walked up on the stage, got the fucking chills. Couldn't believe it. So, I don't know. The only way to describe the people in Belfast is you have to go there. Even if you didn't even know any of the history, like, the second you get there, you're there for about 3 to 4 seconds before you're like, you know what? I'm not fucking with anybody up here. The guy, I swear to God, the guy who was running Ulster Hall, one of them was like really nice, but this, just regular, hey, how you doing? Really cool guy. But the other guy was also a cool guy, but I cannot describe his vibe other than to say if he was in a movie, he would instantly be like a legend. Like, I can't, I don't think it's been a long time since I met somebody. I can't explain the guy's vibe, but I just knew that, once again, the second I met him, I was like, this guy has seen a bunch of shit. This guy's not to be fucked with. And it was, I don't know, it was just a really, really, anytime you go to a new city, it's so cool just to see all this new stuff. And when you go there, and that's such a fucking unique vibe. I never felt like a vibe in that in my life. And then I get to play this legendary place. And, dude, the guy running the place, I swear to God, he should have been in one of those great guy movies, one of those gangster movies. He just had that vibe like, oh, this is the guy. This is the guy. If I piss this guy off, I'm going to get fucking whacked. That was literally the vibe, right? So I go on stage, and I'm up there. My shit's, for the most part, is working. And at one point, I'm doing some stupid bit, and I'm using, like, American sports references. And it's like the second night in a row, they're not fucking working. So I finally just say to the crowd, I just go, all right. And I go, obviously, these are American sports, references. You guys don't know what I'm talking about, or you don't give a fuck. I go, I was trying to talk about a great player. So I go, so who's your best football/soccer player? Who's like, the greatest of all time? And this guy in the crowd said, Will Griggs. And I was like, who, Will Gregg? And they're like, no, Will Griggs. I go, fine, Will Griggs. And then they all cheered, right? And I was like, all right, now I got the right guy. So I continue doing my bits, and anytime I need a sports pick, I'm throwing out Will Griggs, right? And then there was something about the way they were laughing and the fact that I got picked on so much as a kid that it started to feel familiar. And I started thinking in my head, like, wait a minute. Are they fucking with me right now? So, of course, after like a fucking half hour, I'm making a complete asshole of myself. Keep using Will Griggs' fucking name like he's the second coming of Pele. I finally look at the crowd and I go, wait a minute, are you guys just fucking with me? Is this guy a really good player, or are you guys just making me look like a fucking is he just a piece of shit and you think it's funny to say his name? Not a piece of shit, just a journeyman guy. And they all laughed and applauded that I figured it out. And what I loved is after they did that, I was like, these motherfuckers got me again. They're like the best hecklers or this is what killed me, is after I figured out that they just sat there and were content, totally content, to sit there and watch me not figure it out or figure it out, make an ass of myself, or eventually redeem myself. Either way, it was going to be entertaining to them. I really looked at the crowd, and it was people of all fucking ages. I'm telling you, the Irish sense of humor, man. It's every time I fucking go over there. I told you the last time I went over there, I'm just going like, oh yeah, you know, I didn't come from a touchy-feely family. My parents, you know, my mother wasn't a big hugger, never really hugged me, blah, blah, blah. I was working to something else. It wasn't the point. I couldn't even get past that. The whole crowd just goes, oh. I know these are old stories, but I got to give you a refresher just so you understand what happens to me every time I go over there. And then also, I remember I was giving out free autographed DVDs because I wanted them to play them for their friends, so hopefully I would draw more people. And I'm literally at the end of my act. Thank you so much for coming out. I brought some DVDs. I autographed them. They're free. Please just take one, blah, blah. And I'm in the middle of just saying I'm giving you a free fucking DVD that I lugged over there from the other side of the world. I'm in the middle of it, and this guy in the back, I just hear this guy go, oh, fuck off. It just, I don't know. They're fucking great. So anyway, so I figured that one out. I wanted to see the Peace Walls when I was up in Belfast, and it was just, it got too late at night, and we were driving a nice car, and the tags clearly showed that we were from, I guess, you know, the Catholic side or whatever. So they were just like, yeah, we don't need to be driving by that wall. So maybe next time. And then also there's something weird about all the pain and suffering that everybody went through up there that you fucking would want to drive by it and like fucking rubberneck and take pictures and shit. I always feel disrespectful when I do shit like that.